Okay, welcome gentlemen, and welcome to the 2023 post-race press conference for the Cape Town E-Prix. Apologies for the delayed start. Congratulations to our podium. Winner, Antonio Felix Da Costa from Heuer Porsche. Second place, Jean Eric Vergne from DS Penske. And third place, Nick Cassidy from Envision Racing. Feels a little bit like deja vu with these three drivers in front of me, just in a little bit of a different order. Starting with you, Antonio. You said in India that it was too early for me to say the DAC is back. Can I say it now?
Yes, you can.
The DAC is back. Incredible victory. You moved up 10 places, superb overtakes, absolutely fearless. Talk us through it.
Look, it's the journey is the fun thing about what we do. You know, obviously winning and all that is great, but we go through some tough moments as athletes, and it hasn't been an easy first couple of months of the year for me, and so this has a special place. Obviously, racing amazing drivers, and I can trust them to pull out these overtakes. Both of them were tough but very fair. If anything, actually on the last lap I was a bit over the limit defending Jeff. So, but it was a fun race. A lot of overtakes, and yeah, the 2 or 3 of them I think I pulled into T8 and 9 was they were brave, but I knew I had the right guys next to me to cooperate through these overtakes, and obviously I was up on energy, so I could afford to pull these overtakes. But yeah, it feels good, man. It feels really good.
So taking you back to the grid, did you expect to be in a winning position at the start of the race, and did you think that you'd thrown it away with the attack mode?
No and yes. Obviously starting 11th, our car has obviously been efficient, through the start of this season. So I know we can go forwards in these races, but it's not an easy track to overtake. Obviously the race played out perfect for us with the second safety car, making everyone having to save a little bit more energy, so that helped me. I tried to save a little bit of energy in the first 40% of the race. And the race then came to us, so everything just played out nice to what we wanted to do. And some days it's like this, it just comes your way, and I'm happy that I was able to pull the rabbit out of the hat when I had to, and yeah, but it feels good. It feels good.
Tell us a little bit more about that Porsche journey and how you got to this point. The team is now looking incredibly strong, and you can see how much it meant to you when you stepped out the car.
Yeah, look, it's I'll be 32 years old this year, so I'm no longer just a young kid, but it still affects us when you're not performing, or you have it, but for this or that reason you can't really put it all out, and it's tough, man. Even though the whole team is behind you and pushing you, it's the 30 interviews I did prior to this race and all of the weekends leading up to this weekend. It's all, why is your teammate winning and you're not? And even though, yes, I know the reasons, it's still tough. And winning that race today, and especially not expecting if you start in the top 5, maybe there's a small chance, but starting 11th, I didn't start that race being sure that I could win it, so just a lot of emotions running through, and I was crying like a little baby on the whole in-lap, which I'm a little bit embarrassed. I didn't know I could cry like that at 32 years old anymore. And yeah, I'm lucky that my radio was off, so you didn't get to hear that.
Excellent stuff. And there's nothing wrong with turning 32 this year. Let's just get back to it. Moving on to you, Jean Eric Vergne. A bit of a role reversal for you this week. You were up on energy and battling your old teammate, but an incredible climb up the grid as well before that.
He's not my teammate.
Old teammate. Yeah.
Old.
Talk us through it.
What do you mean old? What do you mean old?
Talk us through your race. How did it play out for you?
Well, first of all, it was a tough weekend. I started yesterday, I was 2.5 off the pace. This morning I was a second off the pace. And I was really struggling on that track. Yesterday, 2 days ago in the press conference, I said that you didn't need to be brave, just under control, but I retract on what I said, and you really need to be brave on the circuit. And to be fair, I was not brave enough in the first practice session, and I was just simply too slow. So it was quite hard to pull myself together and have a good qualifying, and then in the race, I tried to be as efficient as possible. It was going very well. I came back into the field And actually, I think Antonio's missing the attack mode is what made him win the race, actually. Because then he pulled behind me, and we had a huge amount of energy saved to do after the second safety car. And the slipstream is massive in that car. And this is the moment where he could gather more energy and put that attack on me. And I think that if he didn't miss the attack mode, I would have stayed behind him, save energy, and then maybe be in a position to make that move. But you can always redo the races every way you want. But yeah, I'm just a bit frustrated because I genuinely didn't see him coming. I don't know, it's been like 4 races we complain about those mirrors. Nothing has changed, nothing has been done, and we simply cannot see anything in them. So I really hope that they can come up very soon with new mirrors, because it's a bit dangerous. In pre-practice, you impede a lot of drivers because you don't see them, and in the race, I mean, I'm not going to find that as an excuse. He did a brilliant move. Let's be clear. It's not an excuse, but yeah, I'm a bit frustrated, but at the same time, I'm happy to be frustrated with second. We're coming back strongly in the championship, and that's the only thing that matters today.
And also in the pre-race press conference, you said that you thought that energy efficiency might be a problem for the team coming out of the win in India going into this race. But then in the closing stages, there were times where you were up on those around you. What changed in the way the race felt?
But I think we had some issues in India, and we were able to fix them for this weekend, and it was much better. So big thanks to the team. They've been working so hard from the beginning of the year to try and get us a better car, and we're going in the right direction. We're going to keep pushing very hard, yeah, I'm happy with how everybody's pushing in the same direction in the team. It's great. It's a great feeling.
Just following in on that, you're now closing the gap on Dennis and Pascal ahead, who both didn't score points today. Confident going into Brazil that you can close that gap even more?
It's way too early to talk about a championship. Frankly, it's not something I'm looking at the moment. I just want to go on each race trying to improve that car, trying to do the best job I can, and maximize every opportunities that we have. And yeah, let's see at the end, but it's a very long championship, so anything can happen. I'm not thinking at all about any of that.
Okay, and finally, Nick Cassidy, back-to-back podiums for the first time in your Formula E career. I think that's worth it. Congratulations for sure. Another very solid performance. How did it play out for you?
Yeah, I was quite happy with another podium. Certainly coming into this weekend, I would have taken that, but I think now probably quite disappointed. I think, yeah, we could have had more today. So.
Second in Brazil, in India, third now. Does that mean the first is coming in Brazil?
Yeah, I think in a way all the races are ours today. So yeah, hope so. Huge congrats to these guys, and nothing to take away from them at all. They did a fantastic job. But yeah, obviously just disappointed.
Yeah, so to follow in that, let's talk about confidence in the car. There seems to be a good balance between performance in quali and the race, which is still something that a lot of teams are still looking for. Does that give you confidence in the team going into another new circuit like Brazil?
Yeah, honestly, I feel every weekend I've got stronger. But to be honest, really hands up. I've been in similar situations to Antonio. I've been needing to catch my teammates. And this weekend, was there, which was really nice. But I'm not gonna, sit on the shelf and think, okay, the job's done. I think everyone's still improving, and we're all gonna find something race to race. So we keep working and see what can happen in Brazil.
Absolutely. And one final question before we move you guys over to the media pen. A question for all of you. We've seen everything looking very quick here. Records for fastest speeds were broken and then broken again. What has been your experience of racing here in Cape Town, both the circuit and the location? Starting with you, Antonio.
Yeah, amazing city to have a motorsport event. I think I got here a bit early, and the amount of fans we had around, and the passion they had for what we were doing here is amazing. The track was really well built, very fast. I think the fastest we've ever had along the 9th season. So just everything put together, I think it was an amazing event, fun to drive, and obviously produced a good race. So yeah, happy to come back.
Anything you'd like to add, Jeff, Nick?
Yeah, you know me. I say what I think, and
Really?
yes. and I have to say, I've been very impressed with Cape Town. It was a location that I was very looking forward to, and I've really not been disappointed. I really have nothing bad to say about that town. I mean, the weather is fantastic, the location of the track is amazing, the atmosphere is great. There were so many fans today, so I hope they enjoy the race. Surely, with the show we gave, the fight that we gave, I'm sure that they will enjoy the race, and it was fantastic. And you have to say also when the things are done properly. Hats off to everybody that worked on that race and making it happen. I really hope that we come back in the future because I think that's one of the best Formula E that we have.
Yeah, normally I say nothing to add, but this time I just want to reinforce how cool it's been here. It was an amazing week, and in general, we had an amazing dinner together earlier in the week as well.
And I got to beat Nick playing golf.
There we go. There we go.
That's actually not true.
Yeah, we all told one lie a week, I guess. No, it was really cool, right? Like the whole week we had a good time, fantastic location, but the racetrack as well is proper. Like I reckon this is what Formula E should be. Really balls to the wall stuff.
Well said. Congratulations again.